Hey guys, NV here, and in this video, I want to show you how to create your first smart object. But I won't end it there. We're going to add a really neat effect, and I want to show you the power of a smart object. So I'm going to go straight into Photoshop by clicking this PS icon. I'm not sure why I keep starting at the home screen. I don't know. But anyway, I want to hold Control and tap the N key on our keyboard. This is going to bring up our new documents property here. I'm going to leave my dimensions exactly as they are. You're more than welcome to copy these if you wish. And let's go ahead and name this now. My first smart object. Okay? Wow, wait a minute. There we go. And click Create. And there's our document, my first smart object. Right now, I want to, and by the way, I did change the palette panel options here in our layers, made them a little bit bigger for presentation purposes. It makes it easier for people to see it when you're doing certain types of effects here. And I did that by going to this hamburger icon and going down to panel options here and selecting medium. I could have went large, but I just wanted to stay at medium. And that's how I changed that. So I want to make a couple of folders here. First one, I'm going to hold the Alt key and just click this folder icon. And I'm going to call it text effect. And I'm going to duplicate this about, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't really want it to do that specific thing. So I'm going to undo those. And the same thing with these. I make mistakes all the time. So I'm going to call this one text. I'm going to tab key to the next one, call this sides. Tab key one more time, call it shadow. And I made it quite a few more than I should have. And by the way, I'm cycling down these, through these by holding the Alt and down, close bracket, and then up is the open bracket. If I wanted to move the text layer down, the text folder, I'd hold Control and hit the close bracket key, see? And open will move it up. So now that we have this, I want to go ahead and tap the T key on our keyboard and get our text going. But let's change the color of that right here. And I'm going to select a soft red of some sort. I don't know, something like that. And it's convenient. That's why I chose red. I'm going to click and type. And Control and Enter on the keyboard. I'm going to move this here with the V move tool. I actually want to make this a little bit different real quick. I'm just going to click and then tap the Enter key on our keyboard. And that keeps it nice and uniformed here. I'm going to click this check mark again to confirm it. I'm going to hold Control, tap the V key and hold Control, tap the A key. This gives us some marching ants. I want to horizontally and vertically center that in my document with the layer alignment options here. Control and D to deselect. And right off the bat, I want to go ahead, right click on this and say Convert to Smart Object. I'm going to hold the Alt key, left click, drag into the sides folder, just like so. Release. Grab this first text layer again, Alt and left click, drag all the way to the shadow, just like so. I'm going to go ahead and hide this folder, the shadows folder, real quick. I'm going to select the sides folder. I'm going to go ahead and tap the V key on the keyboard, hold Control and spacebar. Select just on the side of this T here. Zoom all the way in. Well, not all the way, but pretty close. And just so you know, if you look at the bottom left corner of this entire screen, right here shows you how far we are zoomed in. And it is pretty close. What we're going to do is copy this layer quite a few times. I'd say about 15. So we hold Control, Alt key. And if you notice the down and right arrows on your keyboard, we're going to hit the down and right arrows at the same time 15 times. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Now, if it looks like we have more than 15, we don't. It's just because we've already duplicated these layers and it's not being counted in here. Okay. So anyway, we have our layers selected here or created. What I want to do is what I should have done is created the color overlay on it, but we can do that with the folder by selecting sides here and going to the FX icon and selecting color overlay. And we're going to click this color box. And with the color dropper, if we just drag it over the text here or outside of this color box, select the text, and we're going to make a little bit of a darker red, say about there, something like that. Click OK and OK one more time. We're going to go ahead and minimize this sides layer by clicking that arrow. And now we're going to go ahead and show the eye on the shadow here. We're going to select the shadow, this layer here. We're going to hold the Control and Shift key and down an arrow. I'm going to tap that a couple times. 1, 2, 3, just like so. And we're going to go to the FX icon, go to color overlay, click this color, and we're going to make it black, just like so. Okay. Now, still staying on this layer, we're going to go up to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Oh, that's a little bit too much blur. So I'm going to say about 1.5. That looks pretty good. And click OK. And we're going to go ahead and minimize that one as well by clicking the arrow. So selecting our main text here, let's zoom out. And this is the smart object right now. If we tap the T key, we can't change this. As you can tell, it does not change. So in a sense, it is destroyed. So what I mean by that is we stay on our text tool here, double click this layer, and as you can tell, it saved it in its own little document. So now we can come in here and change it, okay? So for example, if we wanted to say my first cool smart object, it's a little bit bigger than it should be. So what I'm going to do is tap the C key on the keyboard. See these little handles right here. I'm going to hold Alt and drag this out a little bit, like so, and click this check mark or Control and Enter. We'll confirm it. And now if we go to this little X right here, click on that and say yes. What this is going to do is update our smart object. And now there we go. As you can tell, it's updated the entire effects that we've created, even the shadow. And what it's doing is it's updating all of our effects that we've done, such as these linked layers right here. All of these layers are considered linked layers. And whatever we do with this main text here in text folder, whatever we change in here will update in real time with all the other layers, okay? So that's the basics of a smart object. It is non-destructive, and you can apply so many things to these to where it's unreal. We could do so many things, okay? You can add all kind of filters to these smart objects, pretty much unlimited to my knowledge. Get really creative. The possibilities are unlimited of everything you can do, okay? That is all up to your imagination. But that's pretty much it as far as the basics of a smart object. And I will see you in another video.